How's it going, everybody? I'm Nick Major, your APTV Los Angeles correspondent out of Warped Tour today. I've got Dan from 4 Years Strong. How are you, man?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. You having a good time on Warped Tour?
I'm having a great time. Weather's really nice today. It's just an all-around good day. A lot of good bands.
Yeah, good. And we got plenty of Warped left.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
Warped left.
You got a good time ahead of you.
Yeah.
And when you're not on Warped Tour, or even when you're on Warped Tour, there's always some time to kill. And some of my favorite pastimes are watching movies.
Oh, movies are the best. Love
fan.
them. Oh, yeah.
I like it. Me too. So obviously after this, we're going to go catch a movie or something, you know?
Sure.
Yep.
I'm down.
And then so this is going to introduce us into a round of first, last, best, worst,
Okay.
which we're going to talk about first, last, best, and worst movies.
Sure.
You down?
Oh, yeah. I'm in.
Cool.
Let's do
So when you were a kid,
Yeah.
what is one movie from a kid that you remember early on seeing that you will always remember?
I'm pretty sure the first movie that I saw in the movie theater was 101 Dalmatians, like the cartoon version. I think that was the very first movie. There's a movie theater down the street from the apartment that I lived in with my parents at the time, and I'd never been there, and that came out. My parents brought me, and it was awesome. I do also remember that being, I'm pretty sure that was the first time I ever had popcorn, too. I don't know. Yeah, I just didn't have a lot of popcorn when I was a kid. I think I ate a lot of like Cheerios and stuff like that. And popcorn. I was hooked.
Did you ever put butter on those Cheerios?
No, they were Butterfree Cheerios, but yeah.
That was a good experience. Were you a little afraid of Cruella de Vil or anything, or?
No, I don't honestly remember all of it, but I'm pretty sure I fell asleep probably about halfway through it. So
I remember that as a little kid too. I'd
Yeah.
go to movies and then I'd end up.
I think it's because they're so loud. I think there's like something that like loud noise, like for an extended period of time, just put kids to sleep or something. Yeah.
See, I think mine was Flubber.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, Flubber, Robin Williams.
And the funny thing is, I distinctly remember falling asleep during that movie.
Yeah, well, it's not the best movie, so you could fall
So
asleep.
maybe that wasn't the noise. Maybe it was the actual movie that put me to sleep.
That might be it.
And what about some later stuff? There's some sweet movies coming out. What was the last movie you checked out?
I just went and saw the new X-Men movie, which was really good. I thought it was really good. Probably the best X-Men movie I've seen.
Superhero movies, they're popular lately.
They're very popular, which I like because I like superheroes. Big comic book guy, so.
So they've been like, in each one, Halle Berry, when she's in it, she has different hair.
Yes.
In each one. What did you think of her hair in this one? Was it?
I thought it was good. I thought she was she looked good. You know, Storm's looking pretty good. I can't remember which one it is. I think it was like Last Stand where she had this like kind of like curl thing.
It was weird.
Wasn't into that.
Very girly little
I wasn't into that thing. I also just went and saw Neighbors.
Oh yeah.
The other day.
Good old comedy.
That was funny. There's some funny stuff in that movie. Yeah.
What about? Is there some movies out there that you either can't stand or that you saw once and now you realize how bad they were when you loved them at one point?
I don't really know any movies like that. I will say, when I was a kid, I used to watch the show Rugrats on Nickelodeon. You know Rugrats?
That was my childhood.
I loved Rugrats so much when I was a kid. It was literally the best show. Recently, I went and tried to watch it, and it's unwatchable. I can't. And it like kind of bummed me out because I was really excited to get back into watching Rugrats.
Come on, Tommy. See
Yeah.
what you and Chucky got?
Oh my God. And yeah.
Now you got me worried now. I'm worried if I go back to watch that, my dreams might be a little...
Yeah, it's better to remember it than to actually re-experience it as an adult.
Did you ever see the Rugrats movies?
I
when they
did.
were out?
Oh yeah, I had them on VHS. I had them all.
Maybe those will be a little better. I don't know. I think there was one they went to like Europe or something,
Yep.
and they were all grown up in another one.
I do remember that.
That's pretty crazy. What about the best? The first, last, best? Yeah. So what about the best thing that you ever saw? Your favorite movie out there?
Favorite movie ever? Probably Jaws.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaws is such a good movie, especially because it was filmed on Martha's Vineyard, which is part of Cape Cod from Massachusetts, where I'm from. So every time I watch that movie, it just reminds me of going to the Cape. So I go to the Cape every summer with my family, and it just looks just like that. And plus, that movie's just... I remember seeing that as a kid and just being terrified. And I got super into sharks, and I wanted to be like a shark biologist or something, and then started
music
playing guitar,
happened.
and then it all went downhill from there. But yeah.
I think that's a brilliant movie, Jaws. And
Oh, it's great.
Spielberg, he used to always say like how they had so many issues making that movie,
yeah.
and that the editing is what saved that movie.
Oh
because
yeah, for sure. And like my favorite part about that movie is if you watch the movie, one of the mayor's like kind of guys that's always with him, he's usually in a blue suit. He's the guy who gets everybody arranged for the picture. His whole job for that movie was just be an improv guy. So everything that he said in that movie was just like off the cuff, and just like he would just like add into things and like tell people what to say.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's such a good movie. It was I live out in Sherman Oaks in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
and it was edited in like this little shack,
Yeah.
like 2 miles from where I live.
Yeah.
And that's just so cool. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's so great.
where Jaws was made.
Very cool.
But that's awesome stuff. Great movie talk with Dan from 4 Years
Good.
Strong in this latest round of First, Last, Best, Worst. Thanks for talking to us.
Of course, anytime.
Yeah, what stage are you guys playing this year?
We're playing the Electric Soul.
Electric Soul.
Yeah.
All summer long?
All summer
Catch
long.
these guys. 4 years strong, crazy stuff. Dan once again, and I'm Nick Major, your APTV Los Angeles correspondent. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Nick_Major to be up to date with all my latest interviews. Thanks once again.
You got
and
it.
Go get out there and rock out, man.
Thank you, bud.